Hi guys. Hi Madalina.
Good
Hi Beata.
morning.
How are you?
Oh,
Hello, doing well. Good to see you both.
good to
It's
see
a
you.
pleasure for Beata and myself to have you here, Madalina. We take the time today to have a little conversation about external share and how we use it. But maybe we start with a quick introduction, starting with you, Madalina, and going to Beata, and then we jump into the conversation.
Sounds good. I'm glad to do this with you today. Hi, I'm Madalina. I work with Life in Codes, an Atlassian solutions partner with different offices we're spread out in 5 countries now. I am Romanian, but based in Brussels right now. And I deal with a lot of things at Life in Codes, from event planning to marketing, pre-sales, pretty much everything. And that's how I ended up testing your app.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm Beata. I work with Warsaw Dynamics since this year, so a newbie here, but actually in love with the stuff that the company is doing with our apps. And as a marketing specialist, I get the pleasure to work with you and to have this interview today.
Awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
my name is Henrik. I'm the marketing guy at Warsaw Dynamics. And yeah, it's a pleasure for me to have a conversation with you about one of my personal favorite apps that I would have wished I would have known in my career as a project manager. It's External Share. And we would like to talk about today your experience using the app, organizing your events. Maybe you can start by talking a little bit about the use case and the background, how you use the app. No, what is what was the problem and the problem statement and the use case for the app.
Sure. So I'll start with a bit of context. I think that always helps. As I was mentioning, Life in Codes, we support organizations of all kinds, and our mission is deeply rooted in helping companies work productively. And one thing we tried to do in 2024 was going one step further and organize an actual event focused on tools and practices for productive work. So that's why we launched last year a new summit in Bucharest called Work Evolution Summit, and we've gathered a lot of Atlassian partners around it, Atlassian itself, and we hosted people from different countries, a lot of attendees from the local market, from Romania, so a very high interest in these solutions. And since it was something completely new for us to organize an event of this size, we've organized much smaller activities before, like ACE events, or even here in Brussels, some more niched events, let's say. But this one was included exhibitors, media, PR, a lot of things to coordinate, and a lot of balls in the air at the same time. Um, so that was the main struggle with organizing such a complex event for the first time, with quite limited resources in terms of time, in particular, and thinking about all the back and forth, and discussing with Alex, the CEO of Life in Code that you guys know, the idea of actually doing what we preach came up, and not using spreadsheets to plan such a complex thing, but doing it the smart way, since we're talking work evolution, and using Confluence, and the idea of external share for Confluence came up, and it was a game changer for us.
Kind of drinking your own champagne approach. I love it.
Exactly, yes. I mean, can we be trusted as experts in productive work and empowering companies to do that if we don't do it ourselves, especially when we organize an event that is preaching the same thing.
Yeah, that's
Great.
true. Okay, so maybe you can tell us a bit more about what challenges you encounter while preparing the event.
Sure, I can be very, very precise since this happened right after I came back from a longer holiday over the summer. And then when I came back, things already advanced quite a bit with all the partners from like exhibitors, speakers, everything in parallel. So there was an avalanche of emails. That was the initial challenge, the avalanche of emails and the need to, yes, we were centralizing everything on Confluence on our side, but the coordination still happened by email, which meant a lot of manual work of moving information from here to there. And yeah, human error happens as it happens everywhere. Especially when it's like little details that can be very specific to one partner. Alex knew the solution as he's met more people in your team at different events across in Europe in the Atlassian ecosystem. So it was kind of at the top of his mind. He knew the solution. He never tested it like really hands-on before. But he knew that we can start at least with a trial and see how it goes, if it's actually something we want to keep for the whole planning and organization or not. So what I did, I started to create like a proper a centralized page for each sponsor separately. Each sponsor, each speaker, they had their space in Confluence. Not their space, it was all in the same space, but talking in like the right system. They had each one of them, they had their page. And then I could centralize all information from admin to speakers to what is the theme, what are the changes, where the booth is gonna be, and so on. And once this was all done on our side, I could share that space, that sponsorship overview with their team in a very safe, secure way. I could share it just by for people using a certain domain, or even for certain people in their company, not even the whole team. So it was very easy to use. Actually, Alex was asking me, he's like, hey, do you think we should ask them to give us like a walkthrough or like a presentation, a demo for us to start using the tool? And I was like, I'll just give it a try. I've always enjoyed testing things on my own, so I'll just give it a try. And if I get stuck somewhere and we can reach out, it's good to know we have the option. But it was never the case. It went smoothly to create the account, to share it, to do the security settings for sharing the page with each team. As soon as this was done on my side, sharing, I think it was more than 20 pages that first time. So the moment we installed the app, 20 pages were shared with 20 teams, exhibitors or speakers, and other partners. And initially I announced them by email that we're moving the conversation there and they should comment point by point, because there were like too many threads going in parallel and it was a mess. And I actually remember a few of them. I think like 95, 90, more than 95 probably started using it right away. Maybe some that were not very used to the Atlassian tools took some time to move there, so I had to remind them to use the status page. But then it went smoothly. And it was a relief to stop having such heavy inbox every morning. And I remember actually some of the partners mentioned explicitly in my emails, like, I'm so thankful you guys decided to do this and gave up the emails, because for so many events, we do the whole planning and all the details coordination by
Madalina, I think at
email.
this point it's important to say this is not a paid promotion, right? This is
This
this
is
is so honest. This is so
no.
honest,
I,
honest
I
interview,
have no
right?
script. I have no script. It's just my experience. They were they didn't they I don't even know if everyone knew your particular solution for external share for Confluence. But and I remember I just sent a few screenshots in case they had a hard time using the tool and creating an account. No one came back to me with any problem. So yeah, that was easy. And then it was easy just to receive their comments in my inbox, and then I knew to whom I need to get back to, and yeah, that was simple. But the thing I remember is that a few of them actually took the time to thank us for moving to a much more structured way of working for this event.
Oh, that is amazing. So basically, just to summarize it a little bit, Alexandro, he knew the app and said like maybe we should give it a try, and then you installed it, and basically the onboarding was quite smoothly. To install the app was straightforward, and to also onboard your customers onto the new solution was kind of it. You didn't need any deeper training or anything like that. It was kind of a smooth and kind of organic process, if I understand that correctly.
Yeah, I think he mentioned it by Slack. It's like, hey, do you want to test this app and see if it can ease our life? So we were like, okay, let's test it. We didn't even use the promo code or anything. We just went for the trial. It helped us a lot. Now we want to continue, obviously, but then especially since we just launched the 2025 edition of the same summit, so we need it again for our Work Evolution Summit. But yeah, it was very easy, and I mean, everything was done without guidance from you guys, or not even from more experienced consultants in our team. It
Yeah.
was someone with marketing and advertising background that just figured it out.
Yeah, if you can work with Google Sheets and Word, then you probably can work with external share. And just to say, the promo code is we have that for solution partners, etc., and for other marketplace vendors. But even if you like a normal user, the business case is definitely there. If you think about how much time we waste on emails, back and forth, misunderstandings, someone is on CC, and we know the mess. And so you have one single source of truth that everyone is working on, and you always have the latest recent version that everyone is looking at. Madalina, is there some particular feature of external share that you would say is you would highlight, say like, oh, this was really good?
I think the fact that you could share it, you could share one particular page with one person, with three people, or with a domain, or you there was so much flexibility, and in the same time you were sure that the information was secure, and the link just sharing the link, you wouldn't have any breach of information, because obviously, especially when you deal with like sensitive information like budgets or I don't know, private information that appears in a partnership contract, you don't want to share that with like to do any mistake. So this gave me some reassurance that the information is shared in a secure way. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and also the fact that I could still rely on my I would get like a notification in Confluence, and I could also have notifications in my inbox if I wanted to have just a quick view, maybe without replying to to my partner, but understanding where they are at. So yeah, that was nice.
Brilliant. That's fantastic.
Okay, so talking about features, is there any feature that you would like to adjust or improve further?
There was one thing that I would mention, and it's a very particular thing maybe, and I don't even know if maybe it was my limitation in not knowing the tool well enough. But at some point we wanted in the external share for Confluence to tag a partner when commenting or something, because I couldn't tag them in Confluence, them not being part of our instance. And I realized that it was not possible for me to flag a particular thing to a partner, to tag them in there so that they could get an email notification about something that was a bit more urgent maybe. So if there was something, if this exists, my bad, happy to test it. If this is maybe something you guys can do, I'm sure maybe there are other people that would be interested in testing that.
Oh, that's a really good point, Madalina. I think we have never said you have the situation that people wanted to tag someone externally. They should get an alert when the page is changed. But let me take that back to the team, and maybe something that we are not aware of and it's possible, or there's some configuration you can do. Otherwise, it's a really interesting feature request we can take back and have a further conversation about. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for asking, and happy to test the beta version then.
Absolutely. Yeah, actually, we always, a lot of features that we have on external share are built on customer and user requests, and we are heavily developer driven, so we can respond to this kind of requests. And yeah, let's see where we can take that. Looking into the future, I know you're already preparing your next event, and for people that want to see external share in action and see actually what it feels like and looks like to use a tool with you guys, what can you share if people want to know about upcoming events? Do you have anything already in the planning making for the next year?
Yes, we just launched, I was mentioning earlier, Work Evolution Summit, the 2025 edition, the second edition, but we're ambitious to have it even bigger with more partners, with more attendees, exhibitors, speakers. So it's a 2 days event in Bucharest coming up in May, right after Team 25. So lots of things to share. Yes, obviously we plan to continue to use external shell for Confluence for all of our partners and speakers to centralize everything from like the speaking slots to the presentation deck to the how does the booth like, where is it gonna be, very admin things, everything in one place. So all of our partners will be able to test your app this way, and speakers as well. And yeah, all information about our event, you can find everything on lifeincodes.com. There's a big banner with Work Evolution Summit. We also have a regular newsletter with updates, and we will soon open the early booking for attendees as well. Right now we're just talking partnerships and exhibitors. And yeah, more to come on that, but we got very good feedback and high interest from the local market in 2024, and so 2025 is only be bigger and better.
Bigger and better. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing that. And just to put it there, we also have external share for Jira. We haven't talked about it, just to add it to the conversation. Thanks for sharing that, Madalina. It was a really interesting conversation, and yeah, it was good to meet you. Any last words from you two before we sign off?
Well, yeah, thanks for having me today. I'm glad I could share this very particular way of using your app. Myself and the whole Life in Codes team were excited with the new partnership with you guys that actually came after we tested the app for our particular need. So looking forward to what this partnership will bring in the new year as well with Warsaw Dynamics. And yeah, I think we align very well when we think about how the future of work is actually here and how working smart is universal, and we address we both Warsaw Dynamics and ourselves and Life in Codes, we address companies with the same values of working smartly with the right tools and the right practices.
And bringing people together.
And bringing people together, exactly, reaching their potential. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Madalina, for today's interview. It was so nice to have you here. Thank you for sharing your story. It was really interesting, at least for me. And yeah, happy to be partners.
Yes, thank you. Thank you both. Thank you both, Hendrik and Beata. And yeah, I'm sure this is just the beginning of it. Yes.
Just the beginning. Great last words. Guys, have a fantastic day. Speak to you soon.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.